The 2012-2013 season was the start of a new era for the Erie Otters. Beginning in April with the selection of Connor McDavid as the first overall pick in the 2012 OHL priority selection, there was great anticipation with how the exceptional player would perform in his debut season. In May, Tullio Arena became Erie Insurance Arena in a naming rights deal that coincides with the renovation scheduled to be completed in September of 2013. Two Otters heard their name called in June at the NHL entry draft in Pittsburgh, as defenseman Adam Pelech was drafted by the New York Islanders in the third round, and right wing Connor Brown was selected by his favorite team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. The following week, the Otters made waves at the CHL import draft with the selection of Columbus Blue Jackets goaltending prospect Oscar Dance, a native of Sweden. With the arena shut down during the summer as construction crews worked around the clock towards opening night, Otters training camp hit the road to Ancaster, Ontario, before starting the regular season with 5 away games. Just before the start of the season, the Otters acquired overage forward J.P. Lombardo from the Oshawa Generals in exchange for a draft pick. The speedy forward would prove to be a valuable contributor on offense for the Otters in his final OHL season. All eyes were on the Otters for McDavid's OHL debut on September 20th. Although McDavid was held pointless in his OHL debut against Niagara, he scored his first OHL goal in his next game against London to begin a 15-game point-scoring streak that stood amongst the best in the league during the season. The Otters returned to Erie October 5th for their home opener against the Brampton Battalion, a game that featured 2 goals by McDavid, tallies from a 34-save performance by Columbus Blue Jackets prospect Oscar Dance in a 5-1 victory. 2 weeks later, the Otters received significant exposure in North America with a nationally televised game on the NHL Network in the United States and Sportsnet in Canada. The Otters visited London to battle the Knights in a Midwest Division showdown. The game was off to an auspicious start as the Knights jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first period. J.P. Lombardo put the Otters on the board late in the first period, and Adam Pelech tied the game with a power play goal in the second. Oscar Dansk stopped all 15 Knights shots in the third period to help force overtime. After overtime couldn't produce a winner, it was on to the shootout. Dansk stopped all 4 attempts against the Knights, which gave the Otters a chance to win. Connor Brown lifted the Otters to victory with the lone goal in the shootout as the Otters won 3-2 on national television. A weekend in early November at home showcased the Otters' offensive ability and remarkable goaltending by Oscar Dansk in a pair of wins against Eastern Conference opponents. The Otters defeated the Peterborough Petes 6-3 with help from Dansk's 41 saves and McDavid's first 3-point game in the OHL. The Otters also scored a pair of short-handed goals, and rookie defenseman Justin Felker collected his first point in the OHL in that victory. The next night, one of the league's top teams, the Oshawa Generals, made the trip to Erie Insurance Arena. With Blue Jacket brass in attendance, Dansk had a career game with 49 saves, including 23 stops in the third period. The offense for the Otters did the rest of the work as Stephen Harper scored a pair of goals and Connor Brown dished out 3 assists in an emphatic 6-1 win over the East Division leading Generals. Thanksgiving night in Erie proved to be an exciting night for the Otters as they made a great comeback to force overtime against the Belleville Bulls. Down 3-0 in the second period, the Otters had goals from Connor Crisp and Luke Cairns to trim the Bulls' lead to 1 going into the third. The equalizer came with less than 8 minutes remaining as Travis Wood's shot from the red line beat Boston Bruins first-round pick Malcolm Subban to tie the game. Although the Otters couldn't earn the second point in the shootout, the game showed signs of a team that would be able to overcome adversity. Despite good moments in November, the Otters made a change at the end of the month as Chris Knobloch took over head coaching duties for Robbie Ftorek. Knobloch was 2 years removed from winning the Western Hockey League as a rookie head coach with the Kootenay Ice, and was the youngest head coach in Erie's history at the time of his hiring. Knobloch earned his first win as Erie head coach in his home debut at Erie Insurance Arena December 8th against the Ottawa 67s. The Otters cruised to a 6-2 victory on goals by Jimmy McDowell, Hayden Hodgson, Connor Brown, J.P. Lombardo, Kyle Pettit, and Connor Crisp. December gave backup goaltender Devin Williams an opportunity to showcase his talents as Oscar Dansk went to Russia to represent Sweden at the World Juniors. Williams backstopped the Otters to 3 straight wins going into the holiday break. December 13th, the Otters won their first game in St. Catharines since the wild New Year's Eve contest in 2009 as Connor Crisp scored his first OHL hat-trick and Dane Fox scored his first goal of the season after being sidelined with an injury at the start of the year. The next night in Kitchener, the Otters' offense was firing on all cylinders as they took a 6-0 lead in the second period. Stephen Harper scored twice in a 4-goal second period that also featured goals by Jake Evans and Spencer Abraham. Williams made 32 saves in a 6-2 win against the Rangers. Williams took center stage in the rematch the following night in Erie, making 45 saves in a 4-3 shootout win in front of 4,231 fans. The shootout was highlighted by an outstanding move from Dane Fox to put home the winner and give the Otters a 3-game winning streak. The new year started off on the right foot, with Williams pitching the first shutout of his career. Connor Brown scored the only goal of the game, and Williams stopped 23 Barry Colts shots to lead the Otters to a 1-0 win on January 4th. The following Wednesday, Brown scored his second hat trick of the season in Erie's dramatic home win against the Owen Sound on January 9th as he broke a 3-3 tie in the final minute to complete the hat trick and the victory for the Erie Otters. The Otters braved through a massive snowstorm in Ontario to play the Oshawa Generals on February 8th, and much like their previous matchup, the Otters' offense came out firing on all cylinders. Goals by Connor McDavid, Luke Cairns, Dane Fox, Spencer Abraham, and Stephen Harper gave the Otters a 5-1 advantage. Harper and former General J.P. Lombardo each scored in the third to give the Otters a 7-4 victory and a season sweep of the Generals. A week later in Erie, the Otters took care of one of the OHL's top teams as the London Knights came to Erie Insurance Arena. Luke Cairns and Dane Fox each scored in the first 5 minutes to give the Otters a 2-0 lead. The early offense would be just enough as Oscar Dance made 15 saves in the third period, and the Otters held on for a 4-3 win. A crowd of 4,490 fans watched the Otters come from behind on March 2nd against the Windsor Spitfires. Down 4-2 in the third period, Dane Fox and Spencer Abraham each scored to force overtime. Abraham shot the game winner just 31 seconds into the extra session to give the Otters the victory and send the Erie faithful home happy. The season finale at Erie Insurance Arena would be one for the ages as the Otters put on a show for the packed house of 4,608 people, the largest crowd of the season. The Guelph Storm jumped out to a 3-0 lead, but the Otters showed they would not quit. Adam Pelech put the Otters on the board with a power play goal to cut the Storm lead to 2 going into the third. Connor Brown scored on a power play just over 8 minutes into the third to put the Otters within a goal, but the Storm answered back to quiet the Erie crowd and take a 4-2 lead. Dane Fox brought them back to life as he scored with 4:19 remaining, setting up a memorable finish. Nick Betts found Connor Brown for the one-timer with 0.3 of a second remaining to send the game into overtime. Jimmy McDowell ended the season on a high note with 12 seconds left in overtime as his shot from the high slot beat Michael Nishi for the game winner in one of the most memorable games in recent history. Although the Otters missed the postseason, there were many positives to be found among their young core, led by Connor McDavid, who broke long-standing records for most assists and most points by an Otters rookie, previously held by Brad Boyes and Tim Connolly, respectively. Kyle Pettit, Hayden Hodgson, Justin Felker, and Darren Radish were also a part of a draft class that looks to be successful after making the smooth transition to the OHL. Stephen Harper, Jake Evans, and Nick Betts hope to hear their names called at the NHL draft this summer in New Jersey. A collection of veterans will also return to the squad next season, led by Connor Brown, Dane Fox, Adam Pelech, Troy Dene, and Oscar Dansk. When the Otters return to Erie Insurance Arena in October, they'll be at a new rink with a new hope that a bright future is just around the corner. A draft pick of the New York Islanders, this defenseman earned an invite to Canada's national junior team camp as an 18-year-old and earned his place as one of the top blue liners in junior hockey. He displayed an offensive touch with his career high of 40 points this season and continued to be an intimidating presence in the defensive zone as he projects to lead the Otters' defensive core again next season. The 2012-2013 Best Defenseman and Most Valuable Player, Adam Pelech. The captain of the Otters followed up his breakout season with even better statistics as he led the Otters with 28 goals and 69 points. Although he saw a streak of 126 consecutive games come to an end in February, the Toronto Maple Leafs draft pick continued to be a consistent threat on offense for the Otters and could be one of the top players in the OHL next season. The 2012-2013 leading scorer and Le Castro Benini Insurance 3-star award winner, Connor Brown. Exceptional he was. Coming into the OHL at the tender age of 15, he took the league by storm with a 15-game point scoring streak during the first 2 months of the season. He also broke team records set in the late 90s by Brad Boyes and Tim Connolly for most assists and points by an Otters rookie, as he accumulated 41 assists and 66 points in an impressive rookie campaign. The 2012-2013 Rookie of the Year and most sportsmanlike player, Connor McDavid. Although he missed the first half of the season due to injury, it did not deter this player from making positive contributions to the community. He made numerous appearances at Erie area schools, and his outgoing personality made him popular amongst the students that he entertained during reading and floor hockey promos. The 2012-2013 Steve Nemagon Humanitarian Award winner, Dane Fox. An excellent athlete who threw a pair of no-hitters in high school and is a scratch golfer, this rookie forward also impressed on the ice. He collected 8 goals and 4 assists in his first OHL season and also showed signs of being a physical presence during his hockey career. The 2012-2013 Most Improved Player, Hayden Hodgson. Acquired from the Oshawa Generals just before the start of the season, this overager collected career highs of 24 goals and 62 points in his final OHL season. The speedy forward became a key part of both special teams units and earned a pro contract with the ECHL Sport Wayne Comets following the conclusion of his OHL career, scoring a goal in his first pro game. The 2012-2013 Vinnie Scott Award for Determination winner, J.P. Lombardo. This rookie forward was known for his strong defensive play, tenacious shot blocking ability, and reliability on winning key faceoffs. He excelled in the classroom with straight A's at McDowell High School, taking several honors courses as he met the challenges of being a student athlete with superb results. The 2012-2013 Certs Family Scholastic Award winner, Kyle Pettit. One of 2 players who played in every game for the Otters this season, this towering defenseman acquired from the London Knights last season stepped up as one of the assistant captains this season and was a vocal leader in the locker room. The 2012-2013 Bassin Award for Dedication winner, Troy Dene. Two graduates of the prestigious Toronto Marlboros program take this year's Player of the Year honors. The first player led the Otters in scoring and collected a pair of hat tricks during his second OHL season as he continued to impress as one of the league's most underrated players. The other player was the subject of much attention as the third player to gain early entry into the OHL with exceptional status, and he proved his ability as one of the league's top rookie scorers who will continue to excite fans in Erie with his highlight reel plays. The 2012-2013 Players of the Year, Connor McDavid and Connor Brown.